Hi, welcome back to the Convo Couch. I'm Fiorella.
And I'm Pasta Jardula. Today we're going to talk to you about the DNC lawsuit against Russia, WikiLeaks, and the Trump campaign.
Yeah, so the DNC decided that they weren't done cheating and talking nonsense and that they were going to sue WikiLeaks for giving us information. Caitlin Johnson said it best. She basically said that it's like an armed robber suing the security company for catching them in a robbery. That's literally what it is. Because did they forget that they need to sue themselves first before they try to sue Russia?
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about a lawsuit, naming certain people, mainly Donald Trump Jr. for colluding with the Russians, Jared Kushner, WikiLeaks, the whole 9 yards. There's still no proof. There's no new proof with this lawsuit coming out. But yet, I mean, it just seems a little hypocritical when you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. When Donna Brazile, the ex-chair of the DNC, even said that you rigged the primaries.
Yeah, but they're framing it in a way that is detrimental if you're not on their side. Meaning, like, if you are not listening to them, they frame it like you're a neo-McCarthyist. Like, how dare you not care that our elections were meddled, right? How dare you not care about democracy and about protecting democracy? Like, that's how they frame it. So people are compelled to be on their side and be like, oh, yeah, we need to go after the Russians. They hacked our elections.
Yeah.
And they have then take zero accountability for their fault, which is putting a shitty candidate.
Exactly. I mean, they want to avoid the autopsy that is necessary for the DNC. Let's not forget, $800 million, I believe, Nomiki Konst talked about, just went in flames. Over $1 billion raised, went to 5 consultants. They don't want to stop this gravy train, so they want to keep spewing this Russia stuff, whether it be false or not. It just still helps their narrative, and it helps them grab the hold and attention of some people who can't think deeply into what's really, really going on.
And not only that, they're going along, they're taking this Russia narrative and then using it to attack the internet and independent media.
Yep.
And they're using Google, they're using Facebook, they're using any weapon they can get their hands on to silence the voices of dissent that attack the establishment. And that's exactly what they're doing.
And what's really disheartening is, which ties into the whole thing, we talk about the establishment. Dennis Kucinich is running for governor in Ohio, and Elizabeth Warren, who we thought was a progressive, is... Well, she's standing behind the establishment candidate, Richard Cordray, endorsing him. Yeah, a Democrat. Over hyper progressive Dennis Kucinich.
Dennis Kucinich is a single payer for all candidate. He's for the legalization of marijuana. He is for a progressive tax reform. I mean, he down the ballot, everything progressives want, he's all for it. Richard Cordray has a letter A from the NRA.
Yeah.
He is Republican in a lot of his social and economic stances.
Absolutely.
And he is for the working class. He is for the middle class. And
Yeah.
He's got Elizabeth Warren on his side.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He's a little bit different than John Kasich, who happens to be the sitting governor there right now, but just a little bit different.
Just a little bit.
He's a definitely right-leaning centrist that is now running, and it's just disheartening to see Elizabeth Warren standing up from. And just recently, too, we've had Tim Canova, who has now left the Democratic Party because of the
DNC.
The hypocrisy, the corruption within the DNC. They never removed the Broward elections officials who burned the ballots, which was against federal law, for a recount in his district. And yet they refused to replace her. So Tim just said, you know what, I'm going to cut and run from this party. Why try to get into another rigged primary, lose again? I'll just face her in the general as an independent. And that's what's going on within the Democratic Party.
And he got a lot of crap for that.
Yeah.
He got a lot of it because people don't understand that things outside the Democratic Party can exist. And I'm all for Dem Enter. But if his district, as we both know, is a very wealthy district full of people who are going to support Debbie Wasserman, a Jewish district, and all of those people between the certain ages of they're older, are going to support her. They're not going to change their mind. They're not going to, miraculously go for Tim Canova because he posted a wonderful ad. They're not going to. He is focusing on the independent vote. He could get the Republican vote. He could get the millennial vote. And that's to me, it's a smart move.
It's a very smart move. Why go into a closed primary when you know they're going to have the thumb on the scale for Debbie Wasserman Schultz, especially in Florida? She got the whole state rigged. So, I say bypass it altogether. He did that. He's going to run as an independent. Now he'll be able to face off in the election rather than even deal with a possibility of another primary being rigged.
It's definitely a case-by-case basis. It doesn't always work to just go independent.
Yeah.
As we said, when it comes to the presidential election, sometimes that doesn't work right now. But it's important not to knock down independent or voices outside of the Democratic Party simply because you're so scared that a Republican will be... will win the seat or another neoliberal will win the seat. The fact is we need to be able to work with these outside parties too. And I call them outside parties because they're not accepted and like in a wholeheartedly way as they should be by the establishment. And it's sad. And we need to all work together with these parties to get progressives in no matter what party they run under.
It's got to be policies over party.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It's got to be policy over policy. If you stand for the working people, if you stand for the progressives, literally, but Brian Fallon went on the other day and said that in 2016, the DNC and Hillary Clinton were the victims. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? You know who the victims are? The thousands of the soldiers that have to be sent off as we still have a neocon mentality running the government, the people who are getting bombed themselves, the working class people, the people of Flint, the people of Puerto Rico. Those are the victims because you cheated Bernie and Bernie would have won. And yet you want to still point the finger and say Russia, WikiLeaks. This is not helping you at all, by the way. It's just making you look even more bad.
And right now, though, Pasta, we gotta make sure we gotta be ready because the establishment is going to attack us on all fronts.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to get ready to basically fight them every single step of the way because they're doing it via social media. Like we said, they're doing it via other candidates. They're sending out fake pamphlets about candidates, spewing out lies, slander. They're attacking progressives. They attacked a fellow activist progressive and just said that she was a Russian bot in a Russian...
You still have people making claims that Jill Stein is a Russian troll. Give me a break. Jill Stein, the Green Party. How low can you stoop? And they will not stop. Nina Tanden was just on too as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate saying that name because it just gives me a pain in the right side of my eye that's really, really sharp. Nina Tanden, ow. She's on there crowing too as well, talking about she's a progressive on the trail and that people, they want the Democratic Party to stand up and fight for the democracy in America. Give me a break. People don't care about the Russian narrative. They have other problems. Let's fix it. There's still no clean water in Flint.
If they cared about people's lives, like they say they do in Syria, the establishment would have fixed Flint, Michigan a long time ago. We wouldn't be in Yemen. Yeah. By the way, so it's okay for people to die in Yemen. And, we're not going to intervene in the way we should be intervening. Yeah. But it's not okay for people to die in Syria. Yeah.
And you're paying for it. By the way, you're paying for it. 52 cents on every dollar goes to the war machine.
We know this is for pipelines. Flying.
This is all about natural resources.
This is about oil. We know that's what it comes down to. We've seen the map. It's not a coincidence. Syria, we will talk about another time. Yeah. Very, very soon. There's a lot going on with Syria. A lot of what the mainstream media tells you is not accurate. That truth falls somewhere in the middle. In a kaleidoscope of different views, that's where the truth lies.
Yeah, so we're just going to close out and say, DNC, we're not going to fall for your lies. We're not going to fall for your stupid games. Stop it. There's other things to worry about than your ego. Get over yourself and let's go on. Let's go on to the part of fixing America because you haven't done it yet.
They're not going to fix it. It's up to us to elect new people that are going to go in there and not stand up for democracy, actual democracy.
And not just Democrats. Better Democrats.
Yeah, that was from Cynthia Nixon.
That's right.
She's doing a great job in her candidacy. So
that's it for the Convo Couch. We'll see you later.
Bye.